In June 1948, blockade.
Trains, barges, and road traffic was stopped.
The threat of starvation for 2 million citizens of West Berlin. Blockade imposed by the communists to force withdrawal of the Western Allied forces.
Is it possible that the Americans will be forced out of Berlin?
We are not going to be forced out of Berlin.
In your opinion, is there any danger of war, General?
I would not like to minimize the seriousness of the situation in Germany. In such a situation, there is always a danger. I consider it a small danger because the peoples involved do not really want war.
The people of Berlin headed for the Place de la République again last week to protest communist terror tactics directed against this city's freedom. Over 250,000 of them streamed in from all 4 sectors to make this the greatest of Berlin's freedom rallies. Here, by the ruins of the Reichstag, symbol of German democracy, they assembled to put their case before the world. You people of the world, you people in America, in England, in France, in Italy, look at this city and see that you may not abandon this city, that you cannot abandon this city.
But the West does not withdraw. Instead, the Berlin airlift is launched by a combined Allied task force.
The Air Force assigned more than 300 airplanes and more than 20,000 men to the airlift. And Britain made a large contribution of both aircraft and personnel. It was an operation without precedent and a severe test of precision flying, of logistics, maintenance, communications, and weather service.
The air corridor to Berlin was narrow and dangerous. With 40 to 50 airplanes going through it simultaneously, they had to be accurately spaced. And until the late stages of the airlift, they were flown at 5 different levels, the levels being 500 feet apart. This called for extremely precise air traffic control.
Some of us had bombed Berlin, and now we were trying to keep the same city alive. It meant that we had to get more from each airplane and from each man than ever before.
The biggest item was coal for the utilities. It was packed in GI barracks bags. Second biggest item was made into pumpernickel, Schultzstangel, and cooking. We call it bread. And milk for the kids. Then medicines. Every ounce of cargo was checked.
A new agreement signed in New York between the USSR and the United States reaffirmed the removal of all restrictions on communications, transportation, and trade between West Berlin and the western zones of Germany.
Attention, attention. We have a communique about the lifting of the Berlin blockade. It was officially announced by the Big Four powers at 2 o'clock this afternoon that the blockade will be lifted on May 12th.
Correct time is 1 minute past midnight. The gates are being opened now, and the first vehicles are going through. Crowd in the background seem rather happy about the whole thing. There go the 3 British trucks. 1, 2, 3.
No matter where I may go, I shall watch always with interest the part which Berlin will play in the formation of German government, and with complete confidence that its part will be a democratic part. Therefore, I shall not use the English word goodbye, but rather try to say to you, auf Wiedersehen.